Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're gonna crash some planes. My favorite place to crash planes is Leap of Death, so we're gonna go there. So this will probably be a pretty short video, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna crash some B-25 Mitchells and only B-25 Mitchells because we're gonna do this a different way than my previous video where I crashed planes. In this one, we're gonna spawn the planes in a specific location, and then they will fly into each other automatically. Where in the other video I was trying to teleport them about, and it didn't really work out well because it would never teleport half the time. So I'm saying let's get rid of the problematic part and instead do it in a way that gets, like, it's just simpler. So let's go ahead and open up the map editor with F11. And now we're gonna just hold shift and hit C and select this plane. And we're gonna put this plane at a specific position. I'm not gonna say the position aloud, but you could probably read it or just look at the video description and I'll probably add it, and if it's not there just ask and I can add it probably, unless I forget to add it and I delete it and then I don't even know what it is anymore, in which case I probably won't be able to add it. So this plane, we're gonna rotate it and then put it in the air, so I'm gonna just do a quick rotation on it. Oh, I hit the wrong button. WhyBeAre, what you doing? I don't know. There we are. And then we're gonna go ahead and put it right in the designated spot. Can't see. Alright. It should be good. And then we're going to hit F11 again to get out of the map editor. Find the planes. Make sure they're both on real automatic. And we're going to freeze physics with J. Reset the plane, put it into gear, and hold for it to pull up. And then we're going to do the same for this one. And if everything goes according to plan, these planes will both be flying at roughly the same angle. And even though it swerves all crooked and stuff, I have figured out the exact angle you would want to use to make them actually hit each other, as you're seeing right here. Which took a lot of effort. Most of the effort of this video was in planning before anything actually happens. So right there, you just get a perfect, well, nearly perfect head-on collision between two planes. Speed it up a little bit. And even though it's absolutely terrible to watch, a lot of people do like seeing the crashes in full speed, so you know what, whatever. We could do that too. So go ahead. Same procedure as before, so it's kind of weird to watch it because it's like I reset them and then boom, they're both flying. So I explained you how to do it though, and you know exactly how this is done. So you could do this yourself if you wanted to, and your computer could cry instead of mine. So here's real time, lag, 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 and parts are falling. Yeah, you don't get to see anything, it's just lag. So that's that. We can go ahead and reset that, reset the other one as well. And we can also actually move out a little bit. You know, that one was perfectly head on, so we could say, what if we moved it to the side a bit, at like a maybe 165 for the first position. That will make it hit on the edge of the wings more. At least it should. I gotta redo the other numbers too, just in case maybe. Oh, no, they're fine. Alright, so we're gonna unfreeze or go back into the map editor, then unfreeze physics. And let the planes fall just for a second, then we're gonna reset, and go. So I'm trying to be as thorough as I possibly can, but even then this video will still be relatively short, I'm pretty sure. So these ones will be more of a clipping collision where they don't actually crash into each other. Well, it's a little more than a clipping, but it wasn't a direct collision, that's for sure, compared to the other one where they hit head on. That one was just side-by-side collision, like an overlap. I don't know. That plane has one wing left. This one, look at that, they're pretty much identical. How funny. I mean, that's probably about what you would expect since they are symmetrical and they hit at roughly the same way and all. Just funny though. So there are plane pieces just about everywhere now. We can go ahead and do it again. And this time we could try getting a different camera angle on it, because why not? So I'm just gonna float the plane. Float it. And then I'm gonna pop it in super slow-mo for a second. And move this camera around. And it's kind of hard to move the camera around because I still have to hold down for the plane to pull up through this whole thing. I could let up on it a little bit to make the crash different though. Just a little bit. Alright, 8 times slower. I might have let up too much. No, it's fine. It's funny, it looks like the whole front and back shouldn't fall off, but then it does. Alright, so we can go ahead and reset both of these. Go to the plane that's I moved around and move it back into position. And up until this point, nothing too complex has happened. We're just doing simple single plane collisions, right? And come on, I can't. Oh, my mouse died. I'll be right back. Stinking wireless mouse dying on me while I'm recording a video. Of course you do. Alright, anyways, I'm putting the plane back into the previous position that I had it in. There. Where is it? Where is it? It should be like right around here. Alright. Now we're going to spawn another plane, actually. Well, actually, you know what? Before we do that, scratch that idea. Let's instead do a 90-degree collision. So I'm going to go rotate this one at a different angle. So now it's coming in like this. And the other plane's coming in from straight above. I can't see it from here, but it's going to come like this. This one's going to come in like this. And that'll give you a different looking crash for sure. So I got to put it in the position I found that seems to work okay. And these positions are all just based on some math and some guesswork, like I said. So just go and get out the map editor and see if that's the... There's always a chance I could have typed them in wrong. Well, there's a high chance of that. I can see both the planes from here, just barely. Alright, so let's go and unfreeze physics just for a second. And I do that just because it seems like the problem where the game goes freeze, unfreeze physics seems to happen sometimes when if you don't do that. Like if you come into the map editor, I don't know. It's all really speculation what causes that, because I have no idea for sure. So I have these little things I do where it's like, just in case I'm doing this, so hopefully the game doesn't do that crazy freezy glitch thing. So here we go. Full speed one. And again, it's mostly just a lag spike. And that is not a symmetrical crash, as you can see, because they are not hitting symmetrically. It's close to hitting exactly identically where they might both crash in the same way, but not quite there. I didn't have that much precision in my calculations. I didn't use decimals. I'm just like, round up, we're done. So this time, let's actually do some slow-mo. Because I was on the wrong plane that time, so I figured we'll do the full speed one first. That wasn't the plan, but that's how things ended up working out. So here we are. Both planes are coming in nice. So it's really like this plane's attacking that plane. That plane's innocent. He didn't do nothing. And my crazy plane's just like, I'm gonna hit you. And he just smashes into him. Even at 8 times slower, I still get some lag on those crashes. It's crazy. Alright, now it's time to get serious. Let's throw in another plane, and we're gonna hit this one too all at the same time. I'm gonna go ahead and make this a B-25 Mitchell. Unfreeze physics, freeze it real quick, go to the map editor. And we're gonna put this one at another predetermined location. I'm actually gonna put this one back where I already had one, just because that'll be relatively easy. Then I gotta rotate it as well. I can't see it, I just gotta hope I type the numbers right and it'll actually do what I say. Now we have 3 planes that are gonna crash all at once in the spot. I keep cutting myself off, I know it, I'm sorry about that. So, unfreeze physics, freeze it, reset plane, put it into gear, reset plane, put it into gear, reset plane, put it into gear. Alright, looks like everything went according to plan. We should have 3 planes all barreling at each other at roughly the same distance apart right now. Yep. Actually, that plane in the middle is just gonna get squashed. I'm gonna do 100 times slow-mo on this because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be necessary. Yeah, I'm just squashing that plane in the middle. The other planes are gonna also do a head-on collision after they're done squashing it. And I like doing 100 times slow-mo on this one because there's no way my computer could do this at full speed. Heck, even at 100 times slow-mo, I'm only hitting like 30 frames per second. The B-25s are crazy for lag when you crash them. Just, whew, makes your game cry. Makes your computer cry. I can't even tell that there was a plane here anymore. It's just mangled parts flying through the air. Speed it up a bit. I see there's the tail of one plane. I can't identify anything else here. Oh, there's a propeller. That's about all I can identify. There's part of a wing. Yeah, what part of the wing? I'm not really sure. It's part of a wing. I don't know which part. So that's a, oh look, there's the gunner's cap. You can see that. Okay, what is that thing right there? What is that? Just a tiny little piece. I think it used to be a full piece of the plane, but it kind of glitched out. So that's a three-way crash, and it actually just made a ball of plane. They kind of are falling apart while you're in the air, so they're becoming less of a ball. But for the most part, it's just a ball of plane. Yeah, now they're not. So that's 3. You know the next number is obviously going to be 4, right? Now, the one problem is I don't remember which direction I haven't done. So this one might accidentally overlap with the other plane because I did the wrong numbers. So I just have a list of numbers, and it's like, these are the numbers that you would use for the crashes after testing. I figured those out. Like I said, I figured those out, and I don't know if it's going to be done right. It's either going to be overlapping the other plane and it's a big mistake, or it'll work great. We'll find out soon enough. So this one's going to be boom, right. No, this one shouldn't be. I think it should be this way. Right. Oh, I should have labeled these things. I'm trying to imagine in my head what the direction and stuff looks like. Because I did not label the numbers. Alright, hopefully we can get a 4-way collision out of that. So we're going to have to reset every plane and get them flying. Flying, 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 flying. They're all flying. And the neat thing is, if you switch between them, the camera on the plane is mostly the same, so it's all smooth while the background is transitioning like crazy. And this is real time. This is real time. Oh, God. I was too busy switching cameras. So there's a real time one. Just total lag. Even without me switching cameras. Total lag. I mean, not like switching cameras really can lag a game. This time we'll throw some slow-mo on. And I actually need to figure out which plane has the slow-mo actually working. Oh wow, that was lucky. Never mind, it's this one. I wasn't sure, maybe it just grabbed onto this one because I was flying it, I don't know. Either way, this plane has the slow-mo. We can see the 4-way crash with slow-mo, which is just going to be stupid, but cool, but really dumb. But it'll definitely be cool. Trying to get like a nice camera angle on it, like right here, that looks pretty good. Something where you can see everything, and you're not like directly following the plane. Speed up just a little bit. I notice one of them's gonna go a little low or a little earlier than the other one. The one on the right is gonna hit later. It's gonna be like a 3-way crash, and then the 4th one comes in afterwards. My math was not perfect, as you can tell. There's a little bit of a guesstimations on where exactly they hit. Still, though, makes a mangled mess of planes. See, you couldn't tell that in full speed. No way. I mean, even now, it's just so much sparks and stuff. You could barely see anything still. You can speed it up a little. It's like art. Like art project just falling apart, though. Here's a different idea. I want to squish something between the planes, which is going to be really hard if we were to try to fly it there. The easy way is to put a little platform here and then put them on the platform, which is what I'm going to try to do with the map editor. So I'm just going to go into the library and grab one of my favorite things to use, which is, probably, let's just use something from Grid Map. Yeah, I love those things because they're always nice and simple. It's like a block. And it's easy to put something on a block without it tipping over. So I'm just going to say like GM cube 4 meters. And that's probably about where I'd want it, maybe a little bit lower because I don't want the planes to actually hit it. I want the planes to hit what's on top of it. And just for make things a little bit easier, I'm going to stretch the block out a little more. There we are. And a little bit the other way. Whoops, wrong way. There we are. And now we can put like a helicopter here and squish a helicopter. At least, that's the plan. We'll see how well this idea goes. I haven't tested this out, by the way. Everything else I've done up until this point, I tested those numbers out and I knew it would work. This is, well, who knows what'll happen here. So let's see, where is the Bell 407? Don't I have it installed? I can never find that one. It's like I always just go right over it and I miss it somehow. It's just one of those things where there it is. I don't know why I end up doing that or how I end up doing that, but I always do. And we're just going to place it right there. Will it tip over right from that, or is it going to land and stay? Alright, it'll land and stay. Do another reset right there to make it more stable. Now we got to reset everything else. I gotta focus when I'm resetting things. Like, I don't want to mess it up. Because it takes a while to do it. If I mess up, then it's like I gotta do it all again. It's just like, ugh. See how crooked the plane actually flies, though? Like, it looks like it's way off center, and then it actually makes its way to it. A little too low. A little too low. Now I know exactly where to move it, though. I'm just totally ignoring the fact that there's a giant crash right here as I edit the map and stuff. Like, what crash? I'm busy editing the map. You shush. Stop crashing. Alright, so we're gonna put that, like, right there. Since we're in the map editor, we can move the helicopter onto it from there as well. Just makes things a little bit easier in the end. So, helicopter onto the platform. And then we'll squish it. Maybe we could squish an MAZ too if it'll fit. Here, let's make sure it'll fit. Make this a little bit longer just in case, because I know the MAZ is huge for length, but it's proven to be nearly indestructible, so I think it would be interesting to see it get hit. There we are. Everything is set and ready to go. Now all I have to do is set the planes again. I lied. It's not all set. I gotta do the planes. I can't tell which is the planes and which is the helicopter. That's not good. Oh well. I'll just have to guess. That's a helicopter. Yes, it is. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I could just reset it and it'll be where it needs to be. Oh, everything's in slow-mo. Why is everything in slow-mo? Ah, there we go. Helicopter had the slow-mo. Well, it's a good thing I figured that out. Otherwise, they'd be flailing about between vehicle to vehicle trying to figure out which one has slow-mo. I don't need to hold down any controls now. Hey, helicopter, don't try to take off, though. You need to stay right there. Right where you are. Don't move. That looks nice. 100 times slow-mo. It's coming a little high. Oh, it still got it, though. It still nailed it. Thought it was going to miss for a second, but nah. B-25's never give me a reason to doubt it. The other one's coming in too late and low. It's just going to hit the block. Well, I don't even really see my helicopter anymore. It's somewhere in this wreckage. Just a pile of planes, and buried under those planes is a helicopter. I think. Oh, no, it's not buried under there. It got taken off the ledge. I still believe there's a helicopter in this somewhere. Here, I can do this. I can just reset the planes temporarily. There's the helicopter. Well, what remains of the helicopter. We can go ahead and do one more thing with the MAZ. And right now the planes aren't gonna crash. They're just falling. So we can squish the MAZ. It looked like that position was just about perfect. I just didn't want it to be stuck inside the block. So let's go ahead and do the final crash. I'm assuming the MAZ does have the slow-mo. Yep. I just love looking at those little lights on the plane. Try to back up the MAZ just a bit. Plane 1 is hit. Plane 2 is hit. Oh, the camera's freaking out. Can't see the MAZ anymore. I mean, this thing, the plane explosion does a good job of hiding any vehicle, that's for sure. Just real time it, because I can't see what's going on. And we could just teleport the MAZ out of the way. Or we just, actually, better to reset the plane so that way it doesn't get like a collision and hurt itself there. So, yes, planes can do a pretty decent job of destroying a MAZ. And that'll be the end of the new version, I guess it's a new version, I don't know, of just doing some mid-air plane collisions and then also squishing things with the plane. So I guess this is a separate video that's different than the one where it was just mid-air plane collisions, right? I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to title this, but it was a fun video. Till next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.